In this video, we are going to talk about top 10 natural disasters happened in 2020. Before we start the video, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell to be notified whenever we upload new videos. Can 2020 stop already? From the most deadly virus ever known to mankind to forest fires and locust swarms, it looks like 2020 is the year that our ancestors warned us about. Brace yourselves for some of the biggest natural, human and man-made disasters that have happened just 5 months into 2020. Number 10. Snow in Antarctica turns green. When you think of Antarctica, your mind normally conjures up images of an otherworldly space, with vast glaciers of white, tethering penguins and lazy seals. However, parts of the frozen continent are turning green, all thanks to climate change and massive algal blooms. According to a new research published in the journal Nature Communications, warming temperatures and melting snow in the continent are helping in the formation of algal blooms' rapid increase, or accumulation in the population of algae, which are expanding at a high rate, thereby turning many areas green. In fact, the phenomenon is becoming so prolific in some places that it is even visible from space. Number 9. Floods in Assam, India. Due to the heavy rains in many parts of Assam, the flood situation has gotten out of hand, and over 30,000 people in 5 out of 33 districts are affected. According to the Assam State Disaster Management Authority (ASDMA), a total of 128 villages in 8 revenue circles of Lakhimpur, Dhemaji, Dibrugarh, Dirang and Golpara districts were affected. Crops and domestic animals have also been affected by this. Number 8. Forest fires in Uttarakhand, India. Uttarakhand has been burning for 4 days now with over 46 bushfires. So far only 2 deaths have been reported, but the fire is still nowhere under control. A report by the Times of India has stated that Uttarakhand has lost nearly 51.43 hectares of forest cover, and the Forest Department alone has incurred a loss of over 1 lakh. Number 7. Cyclone Amphan in India and Bangladesh. Cyclone Amphan created havoc in West Bengal and Odisha in May, leaving behind trails of destruction. The meteorological department termed the cyclone to be an extremely severe cyclonic storm that made landfall in both the states with abundant rains, gust windows and lightning, destroying everything that came in its way, leaving chilling visuals all around. The supercyclone reportedly killed 12 people in Bengal, while power supply and phone networks also took a hit in states. Cyclone destroys Asia's largest street book market. Number 6. Earthquakes in Turkey, the Caribbean, China, Iran, Russia, Philippines and India. There have been so many earthquakes in 2020 that if I sat to categorize each as a natural disaster, the list would be unnaturally long. So far there have been 45 earthquakes characterized over 6 magnitudes. Jamaica and Russia were the worst hit with earthquakes over magnitude 7. The earthquake in Turkey claimed 41 lives. Number 5. Locust swarms in East Africa and parts of India and Asia. Millions of desert locusts have swarmed 5 states in India, namely Rajasthan, Gujarat, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh, and the videos are quite scary. First detected in East Africa and then Pakistan, the deadly locusts do not affect humans but they do cause damage to crops. Swarms of locusts attack 6 Indian states, Delhi and Mathura on high alert. This could be one of the worst pest attacks in over 2 decades, 26 years. There's a global locust swarm in existence right now, and India could suffer from a brutal wave in the coming months. To give you perspective, desert locusts are considered to be the most devastating migratory pests globally. And a 1 square kilometer swarm in one day can eat as much food as 35,000 people. Not only do these insects breed rapidly, but as many as 150 million locusts can exist in just 1 square kilometer. They feed on any kind of vegetation like crops, fodder and pasture, and can destroy crops in seconds. The sudden increase in locusts has been credited to climate change. The increase in temperature has made it more habitable to the breeding and swarming of locusts. Unusually heavy rains and increased temperatures from 2019 may most likely be the cause of this attack. Number 4. Volcano eruption in the Philippines. The Taal volcano is the second most active volcano in the Philippines. And it started rumbling on January 12 in Luzon, followed by an eruption and ash dust over 100 kilometers away. It had last erupted 43 years back. The volcano left huge ash clouds which caused mass evacuations of over 300,000 people. On February 13, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council (NDRRMC) and the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology (PHIVOLCS) reported a total of 2,484 volcano-tectonic earthquakes in the vicinity of the volcano, 176 of which were felt. The Philippines is still reeling from the volcano eruption, with a number of countries sending in domestic aid. Number 3. Devastating floods in Indonesia. On January 1, 2020, devastating floods destroyed Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, and some neighboring areas. Over 4 lakh people were forced to flee from their homes. The floods were accompanied by heavy rains lashing the city, causing further damage. As rivers overflowed and people were submerged in waters that were 5 feet in depth. Several locals were victims to drowning or landslides, while others died of electric shocks or landslides. About 66 people lost their lives to this natural disaster of 2020. Number 2. The Australian Bushfire 2019-20. Started in December 2019, the Australian bushfires showed no signs of slowing down or stopping. While most countries were celebrating New Year's, Australia was facing one of its biggest natural disasters. And several states called for emergency in January. As per a report published in the Medical Journey of Australia, the Australian bushfire burned an estimated 18.6 million hectares, destroyed over 5,900 buildings, and killed at least 34 people, while over 400 people were killed due to the residual smoke inhalation. Number 1. The dreaded coronavirus. While the first outbreak was identified in December 2019 in the now infamous Wuhan, no one realized the significant global and economic impact it would have. On January 11, China recorded its first COVID-19 death. And on March 11, 2020, the WHO declared coronavirus a pandemic. As of end of October 2020, the global coronavirus cases surpassed 46.2 million. Today, certain countries in Europe zone are gingerly stepping into second time of lockdown. And yet 10 months into 2020, there is still no vaccine or medication for coronavirus. What do you think of our list? Which natural disasters frighten you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.